At this point, I think it's safe to say this is like one of the worst kept secrets in WB Games history. Hey, what's up? It's Dynasty and I'm discussing Injustice 3. Yeah, I think at this point we can all pretty much accept this game is more than likely going to be announced in the next 4 to 8 months. That's just how I've been feeling. I think we've probably touched base on Injustice 3 like 4 or 5 times over the channel in the last year or so because we keep getting a bunch of like rumors and leaks and just small updates periodically, like every other month. Well, this video, if in fact what I'm hearing is true, is kind of a bombshell because it's coming directly from apparently actors doing voice acting for the game. And not just random actors, I'm talking about Phil Lamar. You know, the voice of a wide variety and range of DC characters over the last couple of years, and not even just Phil Lamar, the GOAT himself. OG Superman from Injustice, George Newbern, is actually with Phil Lamar at times, apparently telling people who are there at these cons and expos that indeed NetherRealm is working on Injustice 3. So again, the people saying this, they could be just making this up completely, but why would they do that? Obviously, there's always a chance they just wanted the clout, but given what I'm saying in regards to those two different voice actors claiming to the fans, yeah, Injustice 3, it's on the way. We also got a report about the DCU getting a game with apparently, I believe it's the Superman from the recent reboot, David Cornsweet, being featured in one of these DCU games. James Gunn talks about it, so who's to say that maybe like the plot for Injustice 3 is like Injustice Superman versus like DCU movie Superman. Multiverses are a thing. They collide because what other thing can they really sell us on for Injustice 3? I mean, Brainiac, he's got a way with words and multiverses it seems, but guys, that's all I got for y'all right now today. Gonna be talking about Injustice 3, so if you're excited for this, drop a like on it. Feels so weird to even be discussing this, but given that, again, I've been wanting to share this with you guys for like a week, but I've just been so swamped with Legacy Collection news, I gotta do it because I'm actually really intrigued to hear what you guys have to say about this because, what the fuck? The voice actors are just casually leaking this shit now. Like, I thought maybe WB would have made it a point to be like, yeah, don't say anything. After all the leaks we got from Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 1 with like guest characters, all these guest actors running into people recording in booths. Like, I've covered so many leaks from voice actors the last couple of years. This is just like, yeah, par for the course. So obviously take it for what it is, but I don't think it's fake. With that said, let's break this stuff down. Let's have some fun. Let's get into it. So initially, just speaking about like DCU video games, stuff that WB has in the works, Culture Crave shared this a couple of days ago. James Gunn says that they're in the early stages of planning some DCU video games. There's one thing in particular I'm excited about. He adds there's a good chance David Cornsweet will voice Superman in a game, and this is coming from Games Radar. I mean, at the very least, right? Maybe a premiere skin for Superman? Again, we've seen them do movie skins in Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 11, Justice. Yeah, we had like Justice League gear and skins, so like this kind of just fits perfectly. Now, the actual article says, after years of silence, DC boss James Gunn teases DCU's gaming plans. There's one thing in particular I'm excited about, but it does take time. Exclusive, we asked James Gunn about his DCU gaming plans, and it sure sounds like we'll have to be patient. Now, another recent quote from Gunn is this: we have a couple of little DC games coming out, but we also have talked about and are in the early stages of planning some bigger things. One thing in particular I'm excited about, but it does take time. There's been some changes in WB Games, so we're dealing with new people, and obviously you guys do know they canceled the Wonder Woman game. They shut down the WB San Diego studio. They shut down Player First Games and Multiverses the game, the live service game that we loved back in the beta days a couple years ago. That was a great game before it actually got re-released. And we have another quote right here. James and I sit with literally guys that run the studios, whether it's NetherRealm or whether it's Rocksteady, sit with them and they talk about the characters and stories that we're interested in and that we're interested in. I believe this is probably one of the last times we talked about it. This quote from this IGN article with one of the guys in charge of the new WB Games overhauled games division. Yeah, this was maybe like 4 or 5, 6 months ago. I'll probably have a card on the screen right now. So they've been trying to piece stuff together for a minute. Goes on to say they're a gun at it that any new title would probably be a couple years away. So just keep that in mind, right? Apparently, our new modern DCU Superman's gonna be in a game. Yeah, this actually dates back to February of this year when we actually discussed this. So it's been a minute. Yeah, we broke down how they were doing a complete overhaul. And obviously, you guys, you know, they keep mentioning like Mortal Kombat, DC, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, kind of like the main focus for the new games division overhaul they're doing here. So again, for a minute now, James Gunn's been hands-on, speaking to, even confirming, NetherRealm and Rocksteady. So, I mean... And of course, we can never forget back in May when Multiversus Susie, the #1 leaker of Multiversus news, came out and said this: Multiversus shutting down is an injustice, then doing it all again is another injustice. Leaving me without any leaks is yet again another injustice. 3, and we touched base on this back in May. So, like I said, we've probably talked about Injustice 3 4 or 5 times this year because periodically we keep getting these little sprinkles of leaks and updates. So, safe to say, right? Injustice 3 is on the corner, around the corner. And this post right here is actually what inspired me to make this video. Massive shout out to Danny Soul Zero. Said, met Phil Lamar at NostalgiaCon in Houston. He confirmed Injustice 3 is in development. Tagging me, Caboose, and Uncaged. And this was back on the 23rd of August. Now, I saw that initially and I was like, huh. Voice actor opening up his mouth and spilling a bit too much. Wouldn't be the first time, right? So, I did some digging. And as I was doing more and more digging, I came across Brendan Barrow, aka Brendan Batman on X. And he posted this the exact same day as the previous tweet. Yesterday, I finally met my favorite voice for Superman, George Newbern. I was telling him he's definite as the voice for me and how much I love the game Multiverses. In response to my Multiverses comment, he told me he's currently working on Injustice 3. And you can see, I don't think this guy has a reason to lie. This sounds like a probably very valid situation that could happen. Things do get exchanged at times when you're meeting these people at cons. He probably wasn't supposed to go and say this publicly. I can tell you that when I spoke to a certain actor from Gears of War that may or may not play Dom, he might have told me something about Gears of War Reloaded. Maybe about Gears of War E-Day, but again, I didn't go to the internet and spill that. But it does happen. Sometimes when you're meeting these voice actors at signings, they give you some insight, a glimpse of what's to come because they appreciate you're there spending money, your time, you feel me? So, got these 2 tweets in the same week as this James Gunn report mentioning that apparently our current DCU Superman's going to be in a game. And again, we've seen time and time again, we have these movie skins, movie gear in Injustice 2. Like, do you kind of see what's going on here? So, as much as I would love to have more Mortal Kombat in my life, I think it's kind of oversaturated right now. I've always loved Injustice for what it was. The fact that it's legacy gameplay. Thank you. Like, that's... Ugh. We had Sub-Zero in the last one. Scorpion in the first. Raiden as well. So it's like, give me Sub-Zero twice as DLC. That would be awesome. But so long as I have, like, Atrocitus and Batman, I'm good to go. But, yeah. Seems like NetherRealm's cooking Injustice 3, and we had tweets from Boone maybe like a year ago saying they were already plotting and planning their next game. So I guess this really to me wasn't a shock, and I think to you guys after watching this, it's probably not a shock. Again, take it for what it is, but I don't think anyone's lying. I just think it's crazy to think that, again, casually these voice actors are just letting their loose lips speak. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. What do you think James Gunn is talking about in regards to our current DCU soups being in a video game? Could it be a whole nother Rocksteady Superman game? We haven't had a good Superman game in fucking forever. Can you believe I had Superman on the N64 and that was like one of the few games I had forever? It was horrible. It was torture. So if it's similar to all the Arkham games, that'd be cool. But at this point, I think it's a safe bet. Like if Injustice 3 gets announced at the end of the year, or again sometime like summer of next year, we're probably gonna have, you know, DCU skins. Like, why wouldn't we have that when just recently we have the Mortal Kombat 2 skins in Mortal Kombat 1? It's perfect. It's cross-marketing. It's been done a million times over the last decade. NetherRealm doing this. So, yeah, man, I'm excited for what it is. I wish it could be Mortal Kombat, but I'll take Injustice. I won't be as excited about those trailers when they drop and things of that sort, but, I mean, I've always liked Injustice, and I know a lot of you guys do, too. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. What do y'all think of this? Again, let me know. Are they lying? Are they looking for clout? Have you been to any of these panels and expos, and had this been told to you? Have you seen other people sharing this as well? Let me know. I want to see. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe to some more content like this on the channel. Till next time, I've been your host, Dynasty. You guys, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. And by the way, tomorrow is the final date of the Combat Tour. Will we get the release date revealed? Will we know when it's dropping digitally? Is it 9:30 or 10:30? I'm hoping PAX West isn't just about the MK4 pin. I hope there's something revealed. It's gotta be the release date, right? Chronicles of the Realms? That one new mode? Some of those features we discussed? The Crypt? That type of trailer? The bonus content? Might be an exciting weekend. I love you guys. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you later. Peace!